Hi, it's Natalie from Narcissist Autism Girl. Welcome back to my channel. So, in today's video, I'm going to be covering another fun topic. Ships that I consider to be trash. Trash ships. So, I made a list of all the ships or couples that I don't like, or that have no chemistry or don't belong together, or I hated it when they got together, or I think they made the wrong choice in a love triangle. Something like that. So I'm going to be going through each ship and explaining why they're trash. So, anyway, let's get started. So first of all, we have Fletcher and Olive from Ant Farm. So, Fletcher and Olive got together at the end of Ant Farm, and then they shortly broke up. I mean, it was kind of sweet when they got together because they fought all the time, but at the same time, they didn't really belong together. She was too full of herself. She always made fun of him. She didn't consider him to be very good at art. So I just didn't really like them together. I mean, they obviously liked each other, but then it was sweet at the end. I don't know if I want them to be trash ship. Actually, I think I'm going to take them off the list. They're not a trash ship. Okay. Anyway, hopefully we're not going to do that with every single one. Anyway, so we have Maddie and Diggy from Liv and Maddie. Now, you know I hate Maddie and Diggy because of my last love triangle video. Because Maddie made the wrong choice when she chose Diggy over Josh. Because first of all, he left her to go to Australia. He got mad at her when she didn't want him to go and broke up with her and left. And then they almost got back together, but then they decided it wasn't for the best. And then she moved on and started dating Josh, and he stayed in Australia and came back when he saw she had moved on and was actually happy with somebody else. And he tried to force her to take him back by telling her he wasn't going to leave again. This is just stupid, and it's trash. So, toxic, trash, all those things. Toxic, trash. So, anyway, next we have Sean and Angela from Boy Meets World. Now, this may be a very controversial opinion on Sean and Angela, because a lot of people like them because they have kind of this slow burn relationship. He falls in love with her purse, but I just don't like them together. They don't have any chemistry, and they keep breaking up, and they're kind of toxic. So, plus she ended up leaving him and never coming back. So we got his happy ending with Katie in Girl Meets World. I like that much better. So anyway, yeah, Daisy and Ward from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't think anyone disagrees that they're toxic. So, and trash. So, Daisy and Ward, they liked each other, but then he turned out to be a Hydra agent. And then he still liked her, but then she shot him. And so then in the end, he moved on with another girl, which when he accidentally killed this girl, then he became really bad. But yeah, that was kind of weird because they were like, they just weren't good together. So next we have Lloyd and Harumi from Ninjago. Now, Lloyd liked Harumi when he first saw her. And so he liked her, but then she turned out to be a bad guy. It was just claimed that it was just a trick, and she was just using him. But then he still liked her, despite all that. So, yeah, not a fan of Lloyd and Harumi. They're just, no. I mean, she's a bad guy, clearly, and she only returned against the Overlord in season 15 when she saw that, when he found out she killed her parents. But it's like causing misery for everyone else until you find out the guy you're working for killed your parents is stupid. And on top of that, you think she learned her lesson and had a Darth Vader moment, and as I call it, in season 9 when she saved that family, and you think she's dead. So you're kind of like, okay, well, she saved the family. That's good. Maybe she finally learned her lesson. Nope. Season 15, she's still alive, and she was the bad guy. So yeah. Anyway, Oliver and Skylar from Lab Rats Elite Force. Now, in Mighty Med, I kind of liked them. Oliver had this innocent crush on Skylar, and it was sweet. But then in Lab Rats Elite Force, he became creepy. Like, he was picking videos of her, and he made her a song, which is fine, I don't really care. And his crush on her almost became creepy. And I don't like when someone, and they just kind of, and he was constantly following her around, and, you know, and he clearly likes her, but, and then he held a grudge against Chase because she got her powers back instead of him. It was just no. Next, we have Eliza and Wyatt from Zombies. Now, this is an interesting one because I didn't like Eliza having a love interest at all, and then she ended up with Wyatt in the end. And I was like, why didn't they? Eliza's a strong woman. She doesn't, I don't want her to have a love interest. She didn't seem like she wanted one or needed one. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a love interest, but I didn't think she belonged with anybody. She was too independent. And she fought for equality, and then she had a love interest. It just didn't really work for me. So I wouldn't consider them, just put them on the trash list because no one else to say. Hiro and Carmi from Big Hero 6 series. They started as rivals, they become friends, and then lovers. Which normally I like enemies to lovers, but for some reason I didn't really like them because I really liked him with Megan. And they kind of looked like they bonded. They were sweet, but then Hiro and Carmi are just not sweet. She's weird. She doesn't know that he's part of Big Hero 6. She had a crush on his alter ego, but not him. And then she became liked him and all his alter ego. It was just no. They're not good together. Riley and Lucas from What Girl Meets World. Now you know I don't like them because they have no chemistry. Plus they did the whole stupid love triangle thing. And so yeah, they don't belong together. Teddy and Spencer from Good Luck Charlie. Now Spencer and Teddy were the first couple introduced in Good Luck Charlie. Then he cheated on her and she took him back eventually, and then they broke up again when they had to be in a long distance relationship. And then they got back, then she moved on to somebody else, and then he came back and demanded that she choose between them, and she chose the other guy, and then he didn't want to be friends with her anymore because he was still in love with her, and then they ended up being together again. It was just no. It just, they were toxic, they were trash, toxic trash. Okay. Kid Flash and Artemis they're enemies still. They're like, he likes this other girl, Megan, but then they ended up, just no. And then you have Alyssa and Zach from Milo. Now that's an interesting one because I generally like Milo Murphy's Law, but I just didn't think they belonged together. She was too, I know opposites attract, but they were way too opposite to attract. They were both friends with Milo, but then he was scared of everything and she was like not scared of anything. So, and she loved danger and adventures and considered them fun. So she was friends with Milo. So anyway, yeah, that's that story. But Star approved of this list. So yeah, I know some of my picks are controversial, but I just had to say how I felt about these. So next, I'm going to talk about my favorite shows. Actually ranking my absolute favorite shows. Now, usually I talk about near perfect shows or perfect shows. These are just ranking them in order. So first, we have Ninjago. Is number 1. Avatar, the show about the Avatar, The Last Airbender, not the movie. Everybody thinks I'm talking about the movie, even though I say Avatar, Last Airbender, we will still think I'm talking about the movie. Then you have Star vs. the Force of Evil, and she loves it. It's my third favorite show. And Rebels, Star Wars Rebels, it's classic. Amphibia, solid. Teen Titans, Gravity Falls. Then Over the Garden Wall is number 8. And then 9 is Milo Murphy's Law. 10 is WandaVision. Those are my top 10 favorite shows. So, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with your friends. Have a good day.